What is going on, everyone? Good evening, and welcome to another interview in the World Autoinflammatory Awareness Month series. Today, this evening, I am speaking with Jessica from Brazil, and Jessica has FMF herself, and as well as her daughter. So it's been a very interesting journey for her, I've heard. So she's gonna tell us a bit about it, and we've talked to some fascinating people throughout this past week and a half, throughout the month, through this couple of weeks. I guess it's already the 17th. Wow. And so this is going to be another interesting one from another part of the world to see how similar, though, our journeys can be. You'd be surprised. So, Jessica, how are you feeling this evening?
Yes, I'm pretty excited to tell people about my story, our story, which is a very long and challenging story that affected us, for a long time. And since today, the consequences are deep and huge, and sometimes it's very hard to manage and to deal with the whole thing. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, there are a lot of prejudice because even doctors, they don't know about these kind of diseases, and they blame the patient and the parents, and they blame, and they think that is all about psychological causes, all about psychiatric and everything, and so it's unfortunate that we have seen, and and we continued witnessing this kind of misdiagnose and um, medical issues. And it's a shame. It's a big shame, and they don't care. And it's terrible. Even the family many times blame ourselves. It's terrible. I was considered problematic,
Mhm.
psychological, unstable, since my very early ages. So
Mhm.
since I was very little, I had fevers and
Mhm.
peritonitis and everything, and used to go to the hospital, and people say she's very nervous. And then they just label me
Yeah.
in the family.
Mhm.
They talk to her. Don't talk to her. She's
She's over anxious. She's manic.
psychological problems.
Yeah,
She's not
that's not
normal.
not fair.
Yeah, from within, let's say.
How long did it take, and kind of not necessarily giving a number, but I'm sure it was a lot of doctors you had to see before you were diagnosed. I know you were only recently diagnosed, so it has to be
Yeah,
a crazy journey. And after your daughter is older and she then gets diagnosed. So talk about that
exactly. She
journey.
was. Yes, myself, I used to have fevers and, a lot of belly pains, pain in my belly, cramps
Mhm.
and crazy things. Used to go to the hospital, as I mentioned to you. My pregnancies were horrible,
Oh, I can imagine.
both horrible, horrible. Almost 8 months at the hospital. I
Oh my
also had an autoimmune disease.
God.
Um, and I don't know if I mentioned, but we are immunodeficient as
Mm.
well, IgA immunodeficient. My daughter is 100% IgA
Oh.
immunodeficient, combined with two mutations of
Oh my
FMF.
gosh.
So when she was born, she started being sick since 6 months old. And all the time, you know, in the end of the antibiotic, just in the morning, after 14 days of antibiotics at night, she was 40 degrees Celsius
Oh my
fever.
gosh.
It was crazy, but no stop. And no, not only that, with a lot of all other symptoms, like, you know, big like the white, I think that we
Oh
have
yeah, the spots on your
white
throat and everything.
spots
Yeah, yeah.
in the
I get those.
skin, everywhere. And my husband, my ex-husband, is a doctor,
Oh my gosh.
and he used to say that I'm crazy because he prefer to deny everything in order to blame me, because it would be more simple for him, and also because it wouldn't be so difficult for him to justify before justice, before the, you know, the justice
The
system,
divorce.
that that she
Yeah.
doesn't have anything because she's perfect from the outside. And for him, it was easier not to pay any alimony.
Oh my gosh.
So I almost lost her, you know, the parental control,
Yeah, the
you know, legal
custody. Yeah.
parental control, this custody. Almost lost her custody, Yeah. And from 11 years old, she couldn't attend school any longer.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, no, she couldn't attend
Because the
school.
immunodeficiency IG and then the two
Yeah, one,
mutations, one
yeah,
and the other.
she
Oh
has
my
one
god.
and the other and the other and the one
And
and
it
the
just
other and the
piles
other.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so when she was, no, before that, but when she was 11, at the same time that I got divorced, I found out that the group of doctors from the largest Brazilian hospital, which is Albert Einstein, is you know,
Mhm.
funded by the Jewish community, which is a very
Oh,
large hospital
makes
here.
sense. Albert Einstein Hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I found out that a group of 8 doctors uh, ended up thinking that I have Munchausen by proxy.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, but nobody told me anything. In fact, I found out after 7 years, 7 to 8
Wow.
years with this group of doctors. In fact, it was 8 doctors, rheumatologists, immunologists, gastroenterologists, dermatologists, you name it, you name it. And I thought that they were trying to find out what was going on. And at some point at the ER, they sent me to a place, a hospital specialized within an animal. It was crazy. Yeah, they
What?
thought that she was bitten by wild animal because her legs were
Oh.
swollen red,
Yeah, the
and they
rashes and
told
the
me,
swelling and the
yes,
oh
exactly, they
my.
told me you have to go to this hospital, which is within a facility with a lot of wild animals and everything. So I took her there,
Oh my
and
gosh.
our doctors were trying to figure out what was happening, like watching everything, you know, trying to
Mm-hmm.
understand everything. And in the end, they told me there's nothing that, you know, lead us to tell you that she was bitten bitten, right?
Yeah,
Bitten
bitten.
or bite?
Yep, bitten. Yep.
Bitten by an animal.
Like a snake or something like that? Is
A
that?
snake or I
Yeah.
don't know, scorpion. I don't know
They
which
don't know
kind of.
what because it was just so
I
swollen.
said,
Yeah.
I live in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
It's
You live in Sao
the same
Paulo,
thing
right?
that
Yeah.
living in New York. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
come? From
Yeah. You
yeah.
don't live
And
in the
then
Amazon.
when I found that, no, it was a long, long journey. It
I'm
was
sure, yeah.
crazy. I used to travel and to go out with her with a big, wall like a lot of medicines like Diperon and everything that you can imagine. The
Mm,
simple, but everything, even antibiotics. And I used to go with her everywhere because I didn't know what could happen half an hour later. It
mm-hmm.
was crazy. I used to, yeah, sometimes I left, I left her at the school, and 15 minutes later, they call me. She's not feeling well. She's very sick. You have to take her to the ER. And for you to have an idea, we have more than 100 visits. I'm not kidding.
No, no, no. I
It's not
believe it.
not augment. I'm
No, no,
not
no. I believe it. Trust me. I
maximize.
understand. Yeah.
More than 100, more. I don't know how many, but more than 100 visits to the ER.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
with fever, the high PCR,
The high
everything.
sed rate. I'm sure. All that
Yeah.
stuff.
When I found out that they thought that I had Munchausen, so I dismissed everybody.
Good.
I said, I don't want you anymore with us. And I engaged with other two doctors, but they didn't understand, they didn't find what was happening. And only when she was 16 years old, 16, we visited a rheumatologist, but he studied in Boston. And his
Mm.
expertise was he passed away already. His expertise was in amyloidosis.
Oh,
Amyloid.
okay.
Yes, he studied amyloid. So when we started to describe her symptoms, he said, "Look, I think she has a rare disease. We need a genetic test." So yes, we ran the blood test, and the blood went to Mayo Clinic in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we had the right diagnosis, but in the beginning, the treatment was not very, very good. He gave her a high dose of colchicine,
Oof,
and
yeah, and
she
that.
developed hepatitis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so colchicine. Just to inform viewers, it's a medicine for gout as well that they've used, and it's a toxic medicine. If you take too much of it, it's one of those medicines that you could get very sick on if you take too much, and if your body can't handle it, and causes a lot of problems.
Yeah. So they started giving her Ilaris, canakinumab. And then since today, she has been taking Ilaris. Are you
Yeah,
are you
we're still
with
here.
me?
No, you're
Yes,
still
I
here.
don't know what happened. Yes, yeah. All of a sudden,
Green, yeah.
yeah, okay. But so now she's taking it. She continued taking Ilaris, but her condition is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they publish a group of doctors after the diagnosis and everything. The right doctor here, which is Dr. Leonardo Mendonça, who Malena knows very well.
Okay.
Um, he, he and other doctors, they published her case
Awesome.
because it's a unique case.
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know, in fact, how to handle it properly because there's no medicine to control. For IgA immunodeficiency, I don't know if you guys knows about it, but
I've heard of
there's
it.
no,
I don't know the specifics, but I mean,
you
the name
cannot,
speaks for itself.
yes, but you cannot replace with immunoglobulin. It's the only immunodeficiency that you cannot replace.
Okay.
There's no treatment
Hmm.
because people with IgA immunodeficiency have antibodies, IgA antibodies. This is crazy.
Yeah, so it does the reverse of what a normal person's body
If
is
you
supposed to do.
infuse, if you
Crazy.
infuse immunoglobulin, you can kill the
Yeah.
patient.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely kill the patient.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way to control her infections, and her infections are the main trigger for FMF,
Oh my.
which is which is very chronic.
Mm-hmm.
So this year she already had to be hospitalized with pneumonia and things like that. So, and I believe that the worst thing is her emotional state
Sure.
is because she couldn't study, and the consequences are huge. Um, the society doesn't accept the
It's definitely, I'm sure, very frustrating
very
to not be to not be able to do anything as a mother.
it's very painful, and something that I carry with me, and I try to, I have my lows and my ups
Sure.
and lows.
We all do, yeah.
um yeah, but for me it's difficult. I hope someday they're gonna find a way for her having a bone marrow transplant, something like this. But
Mm-hmm.
today, all doctors are against because they tried. I don't know if you know about it,
Mm-hmm.
but they tried and they didn't succeed.
Correct. They've had
Um,
very bad results. Very bad
very bad
results.
results. And her case is more complex,
Mm-hmm.
so she can have more problems. So yeah, we have to trust this the science, and that will come for the near future, I hope. Mhm.
You talked about the psychological issues, and to me, those are probably, besides the fatigue, for me, the hardest thing to deal with is psychological. The highs and the lows of, like, the like, you have a good day and then the next 3 days are bad, and you're like, it just drops you. So for for you having FMF as well, how have you been with your flares? Because that can't be easy, the stress of of worrying about your daughter, because and I'm sure your daughter worries about you. It's probably this back and forth worrying. Like, how have you been with your health?
um I'm taking colchicine,
Okay.
and I suppress all my psychological, how can I explain to you this in English? I don't want her to feel that I'm sick. I don't want
Oh.
to notice that something is going on with me. I don't want her to suffer from me. So I'm 100% fine.
You put on that strong motherly, I'm gonna push through no matter what, I'm fine, you're the only one
I'm
that needs to be
fine.
worried about.
I'm 100% fine. Yeah.
100% fine, just so that
Yes.
you can be 100% fine for her.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because there's so many people, who would let this psychological affect them more, and that right there, I mean, it just shows that the motherly instinct is probably more powerful than FMF. And that's amazing.
No, it doesn't. I mean, doesn't mean that I don't have my lows,
Oh, of
which,
course.
I'm sad. Sometimes I cry. It's not, but not due to my health condition, and not because she's, for other reasons. I'm human. I'm not
Yep.
a superwoman, and not to pretend to be a superwoman. But I try not um, to show her that I'm suffering with my health. Yeah.
How old is she now?
23.
23.
Yeah.
And she doesn't work because of this, or does she
Yeah,
work
you
from
can.
home, or
Yeah, she has been trying. It's crazy. The situation is pretty difficult because she is very beautiful. She's tall. She's slim. And she tried to work, because intellectually, mentally, she's very bright, although
why?
didn't she didn't go to school, but she's very bright. And she was able to find a job, but they said, as you don't have any certificate, any degree, so you're gonna pay you the lowest
Mm-hmm.
um, wage. I
Wage,
don't know,
yeah.
wage. Yeah, the lowest.
Oh,
And they massacre her, psychologically speaking, as well. So she was able to stay there just a couple of days. And now she's trying modeling, but it's very hard.
well, it's a
Uh,
stressful industry. Modeling
very
is, and
stressful.
so with
Yeah.
FMF and
So she's
immunodeficiency.
not eating
Oh no.
almost because she wants to be like
Which is not
extremely
healthy.
slim. It's not healthy. But as long as she's not listening. She's not.
What child does listen to that? I've
No, she's
oftentimes
not
never listened to
listening.
my mother either.
I don't
So
want her to
I
to
know.
watch this show, otherwise she's gonna fight.
Well, it will be on the FMF and AID YouTube page,
My goodness.
folks. So you are doing what you can for her, and she is trying to
Yeah.
live her life, which you got to respect and appreciate that, with someone who has been beaten down by society so much because of her health, that she is not letting it do so, and trying to be her, do her, as we say, do you, as we say, and she is doing that. And I think that's incredible. And I think that if her story can reach someone else, especially in Brazil, that is dealing possibly with the same thing, I think we've done our job. And
Chris, I would love to write a book. I don't want to write. I mean, I think that it would be great if we join efforts with 1, 2, 3, and not just one. I mean, 2, 3 stories, similar stories happening in different parts of the world. And if we can do it, I promise that I would translate into Portuguese and to publish, because we need to spread our, this awareness. We need to raise awareness about what's going on. The ignorance of the medical staff is crazy. They don't know about the existence of even immunologists who studied in the US. It's crazy. And they are trying, they are trying to do some movements here, but it's the very beginning. In the very beginning.
It's you use the word ignorant, and I'm glad you did, because you're in Brazil and we've had interviews with other people in other countries across the ocean who we've used the same word about doctors. And that's so sad.
I wrote when I found out, when we got the diagnosed, I wrote emails to the 8 doctors who thought that I was drugging my daughter.
Yeah.
And I I told them if I could, I would I would go to justice to get all consultations, all payments back from you, because I don't know if you are ignorant, incompetent, what, or if you're a bad person, if you has done this on purpose. I don't know exactly what kind of human being are you, but the consequences are huge. There's no, not easy solution. So, and I also said, you are lucky that I don't pass by you, because I don't know what I would be able to do. I really don't know. As a human being, it's my daughter.
Yeah, I was
don't
going to say, yeah, the fierceness of a mother right there.
So if you guys consider this idea that I have to write a book, if you can write a book, I don't know if you can write and put, only on the internet or published on paper, I don't know. But we can try to make it as a project for us. It would be interesting.
Yeah, a book is something I've always wanted, because I have a very interesting story too, and I think that's a great idea, which is what we're trying to do here on the YouTube channel too, is get all these stories together. And I mean,
Yes.
the stories we've had this month have just been incredible, and it's crazy to think that, for me especially, like 10 years ago, would never thought of meeting someone else with FMF or an autoinflammatory disease, but then through the groups, being able to get the support, talking to other people, it's just been amazing for me. Talk about that for you, what the groups have meant for you.
Yeah, for me, it's my voice being heard, and everything that I've been experiencing and all I'm continue experiencing, right? I can share with somebody else that has the same the same experience, the same similar situations, and we can share, we can feel ourselves differently, not completely isolated from the society, because it is exactly what they do, they isolate us. So I would love to do it. I know that it's a great, you guys have been amazing doing this, and I would like to help, and we can discuss other ways for pushing.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We're trying to do more, and You know, if you're watching this and you have any ideas, let us know down in the comments for sure on what you think is a great idea for us to help spread awareness, to bring people together. Do you deal with autoinflammatory symptoms? Let us know. But I, Jessica, that's a great idea, and it's something we're trying to foster and expand on. And when we have people like yourself who come and say, "I want to help," that just means so much more. Especially we're all patients. Most of these organizations are run by non-patients because it's someone they care about or someone they've met. For us, we're patients, so we are on the front lines for both the symptoms and raising awareness. So, again, thank you for sharing your story, for sharing your daughter's story, and please stay in touch, and we'll definitely do this again. But I think your other ideas are definitely worth exploring more, and so we'll definitely do that in between now and Rare Disease Day, between Rare Disease Day and next year's World Autoinflammatory Awareness Month. There's so much opportunity for us to spread awareness like this, like in the form of books and articles and posts, so many things. So thank you again, and have a good rest of your evening. And I hope that your daughter stays healthy, and good luck to her on her modeling journey. And we would love to talk to her at some point too, if she'd be open to it. I think it'd be great to talk to her and get her kind of take on her experiences for sure. So
I will talk to her, but don't tell her that.
I will, yeah, unless she gets to the end. Unless she gets to the end of this. But I won't tell her anything unless she watches this and she brings it up. So
Your mother,
I will not. I will do no such thing.
Something.
So I will do no such thing. I promise.
Okay.
But thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna go back to the live stream for after this. So this interview will show up on FMF and AID Global Association's YouTube page. And yeah, Jessica, thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you, and
likewise.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.